Hari Bol. 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 Hari Bol.
Prabhupada
Ki Jai.
Jai Kalila Prabhu Salvation Acharya Sudashmi
Ki Jai.
Natakoti Vaishnava
Ki Jai.
Acharya Ardasta
Ki Jai.
From Sekar Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Arupa Gadara Sivasadi
Ki Jai.
Shri Radha Krishna Bhagavad Masana Kundala Kundali Devada
Ki Jai. Jai.
Samagatavata
Ki Jai.
Prabhupada
Ki Jai.
Narayana Namaskritya
Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswati Vyasa
Yogini Saraswati Vyasa
Tato Jaya Mudiraye
Tato Jana Uditraye
Nasta Praya Sabhadresu
Nastaprayesu Bhadresu
Nityam Bhavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagat Sevaya
Bhavato Tamasloke
Bhagvat Uttama Sloke
Bhakti Bhati Naistiki
Bhakti Bharati Nastuki
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
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 Om Gyanatmagandasya Yananjana Salakaya
Chacho Nimitte Nena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Paripadaparam Kamalam Vaisnavacham Sri Rupam Sajatam Sadhana Raghunatvitam Tam Sajivanam Sadavetam
Sadhutam Radhutam
Paritana
Parijana
Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam
Sri
Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sadhana Lalita Sri Visakha Vitam Cha
Hey Krishna
He Krishna
Karuna
Karuna
Sindhu
Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesh
Gopesh
Gopika Kam Sri Radha Kam Namastute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwanaste Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalparvasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavani Vaishnadevo Namo Namah
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Just read up Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. Ki Prabhupada. So today, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, always continue from where we stopped last time, as chapter 6, text number 37. Shri Arjuna Uvacha Ayeta Shraddhayo Peto Yoga Jalita Manasa Prapya Yoga Samsiddhikam Kem Gati Krishna Gachati. Arjuna said, O Krishna, what is the destination of the unsuccessful transcendentalists who in the beginning takes them to the process of self-realization with faith, but who later desist due to worldly mindedness and thus does not attain perfection in mysticism? Purport.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The path of self-realization or mysticism is described in the Bhagavad Gita. The basic principle of self-realization is the knowledge that living entity is not this material body, but that he is different from it, and that his happiness is in eternal life, bliss and knowledge. These are transcendental, beyond both body and mind. Self-realization is sought by the path of knowledge, by the practice of eightfold system, or by bhakti yoga. In each of these processes, one has to realize the constitutional position of the living entity. his relationship with the God, and the activities whereby he can re-establish the lost link and achieve the highest perfection stage of Krishna consciousness. Following any of the above mentioned three worlds, one sure to reach the supreme goal sooner or later. This is asserted by the Lord in the second chapter. Even a little endeavor on the path of a transcendental path offer a great hope of deliverance. Out of these three methods, the path of Bhakti Yoga is especially suitable for the ages because it is the most direct method of God realization. To be double assured that Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna to confirm his former statement. One may sincerely accept the past path of self-realization, but the process of cultivation of knowledge and the practice of eightfold of yoga system are generally very difficult for this age. Therefore, despite constant endeavor, one may fail for many reasons. For first of all, one may not be sufficiently serious about the following the process. To pursue the transcendental path is more or less to declare war on illusionary energy. Consequently, whenever a person tries to escape the clutches of illusionary energy, she tries to defeat the practitioner by various allurement. A conditioned soul is already allured by the modes of material energy, and there is every chance of being allured again even while performing the transcendental disciplines. This is called Charita Manasa, deviation from the transcendental path. Arjun is inquisitive to know the result of the deviation from the path of self-realization.
This is called Jugak Chalita Manasaha. Jugak Chalita Manasaha. What does that mean? Deviation from the transcendental path. So Arjuna is very inquisitive to know what causes this unsteadiness and what is the faith of someone who failed to realize, the ultimate goal. And Krishna is will answer him in other places. But Prabhupada is explaining here that that sometimes someone endeavors for perfection. Someone endeavors to attain the supreme in this material world, mostly by taking any of the eightfold yoga systems, which culminates in Bhakti Yoga. But undoubtedly, many factors culminate in still bringing the person down one way or the other, especially in this Kali Yuga period. The material world is already enamored with so many things that will drag one down. So Arjuna is seriously inquiring. People take to this practice, after some time they fall down. So what is their fate? He's talking about Krishna. Arjuna clearly stated that, and in 640, which we will get to very soon, Krishna is now explaining to Arjuna that there is no cause or diminution, and in this part also 240 and 640, they are similar. Krishna is assured Arjuna in 240 during the summarization of Bhagwat that in this endeavor there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on the path can save one from the most dangerous type of a little thing you do. Now whatever we are doing, if somehow the other one doesn't make it to the final destination, then it's not lost. Then 40 here, 640, which is about 2 verses from now, is telling us again that we should endeavor, but we should not be morose if we don't make it, or if we see someone not making it. But whatever we are doing now, it will lead us ultimately at least to attain the next type of body that will help us to cultivate devotional practice. So now material world is already there. A number of times one is endeavoring one thing or the other will drag him back So many things are there too. So many factors.
This means previous birth also we have tried, and somehow this is how we again getting this association.
Yeah, it's our previous karma that made us to come down. Our previous pious activities. We did not succeed. We did not make it there. We tried, but we were unsuccessful yogis. We tried, we endeavored, but we couldn't make it to the final destination. And somehow, but we were not that sinful. We were not completely overly sinful. So that's why somehow or the other we are
Mercy,
by Krishna's mercy, of causeless mercy of Lord Krishna and the Guru. And we attend this body, not just that attending the body, but being strong enough to do what we are doing, even as we are talking. Many people are so unfortunate that they are not doing what we are doing. Okay, so we are most fortunate by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. So that is also the reason why we should feel very challenged. We should feel that this is the last minute we have to correct what we didn't do in the past, so that next life we will become better. Probably we will make it in this life, so that we don't have to come back, because it's very dangerous coming back again. You know. Well, some people will say, no problem, at least next time I'll come back. Even if you have chanted once or just come to temple once, that one may by the association of your devotees, may cause somebody to come back. At least coming back, now you are not taking birth as an animal. At least you are taking birth, and we will have intelligence. The intelligence we have is what's giving us this fortune. We are very fortunate.
Correct.
So,
how was your exam provided?
It was very wonderful. We will tell you, it's very wonderful. I just finished, and then
too much writing.
Writing, so many things.
And after a long time, if you write now, hands will
so many things we after. It's not easy then. To the glory of Krishna. Then 36. Is it 36?
38.
Oh, 38. Yeah.
Kachino Vayam Rastas Chena Brahmanivanasyati Apratisto Mahabhavo Vemudo Brahmanapati. Almighty All Krishna, does not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendental fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a raven cloud with no position in any sphere?
39. We are coming to the main point where Krishna spoke. So we are coming. Etame samsaya Krishna chetum arasha sedasaha Tavadaya samsaya sasya chetanahi upapatet. This is my doubt, O Krishna, and I ask you to display completely, but for you, no one is to be found who can destroy this doubt. Arjuna is confident that it's only Krishna that can clear the doubt. That's why he's putting up the question, and he's insisting that Krishna, talk, tell me, what is the problem? How can we do this thing? All these processes. Then Shibhagavano Vacha Patana Namrutra Vina Sasya Vidyate Nahi Kalyana Kritasid Durga Cinta Gachati.
The Supreme Personality of God. You want to read?
Yeah, brother, you read.
The Supreme Personality of God has said, O son of Krishna, a transcendentalist engaging in auspicious activity does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil.
Wow. Where's the Papa of Asha Prabhupada? The Srimad Bhagwat 1:5-17. Sri Narada Muni instructs Vyasadeva as follows. Yatva Swadharma Salam Buddha Bhajan Abdu Bata Pati Tatuladi Tatrakwa Tatram Adudi Anusaikim Kovarpato Bhajutam Swadharma Taham.
If someone gives up all the material prospects and take complete shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no loss or degradation in any way. On the other hand, a non-devotee may fully engage his occupational duties and yet not gain anything. For material prospect, there are many activities, both spiritual and customary. A transcendentalist is supposed to give all the material activities for the sake of spiritual advancement in the life. Krishna consciousness. One may argue that by Krishna consciousness one may attain the highest perfection if it completed, but if one does not attain such a perfectional stage, then he lose both materially and spiritually. It is enjoined in the scripture that one has to suffer the reaction for not executing prescribed duties. Therefore, one who failed to discharge the transcendental activities properly become subjected to this reaction. Sri Bhagavatam assures that unsuccessful transcendentalists that there need to be no worries, even though he may be subjected to the reactions for not perfectly executing the prescribed duties. He is still not a loser because auspicious Krishna consciousness is never forgotten, and one is so engaged will continue to be so even if he is low born in the next life. On the other hand, one who simply follows strictly the prescribed duties need not necessarily attain the auspicious result if he is lacking in Krishna consciousness. The purport may be understood as follows. Humanity may be divided into two sections, namely the regulated and non-regulated. Those who are engaged simply in bestial sense gratification without knowledge of the next life or spiritual salvation belongs to the non-regulated section, and those who follow the principle of prescribed duties in the scriptures are classified amongst the regulated section. The non-regulated section, both civilized and non-civilized, educated or non-educated, and non-educated, strong and weak, are full of animal propensities. These activities are never auspicious because while enjoying the animal propensities of eating, sleeping, defending, and mating, they perpetually remain in the material existence, which is always miserable. On the other hand, those who are regulated by the scriptural injunctions and who thus rise gradually to the Krishna consciousness certainly progress in life. Those who are following a path of auspiciousness and divided into three sections. Number one, the follower of the spiritual rules and spiritual rules and regulation, who enjoying the material prosperity. Number two, those who are trying to find the ultimate liberation from the material existence. And three, those who are the devotee of Krishna consciousness, and those who are following the rules and regulation of the scriptures for the material happiness may be further divided into two classes: those who are fruitive workers and those who desire no fruit from the fruit for sense gratification. Those who are after the fruitive results for sense gratification may be elevated to the higher standard of life, even to the higher planet, but still, because they are not free from the material existence, they are not following the truly auspicious path. The only auspicious activity are those which can lead one to liberation. Any activity which are not aimed at ultimate self-realization or liberation from the material body concept of life is not at all auspicious. Activity in Krishna consciousness is the only auspicious activity, and anyone who is voluntarily accept all body discomfort for the sake of making progress in the path of Krishna consciousness can be called as perfect transcendentalist under the serve or austerity. And because of the eightfold of yoga system is directed toward the ultimate realization of Krishna consciousness, Such practice is also auspicious, and no one who is trying his best in this matter
Need fear no degradation. It's very long purport, but let's look at these few points here and we collaborate with 240. When someone should open 240, then we look at that. But before then, any activity which is not aimed at ultimate self-realization or liberation from the material bodily concepts of life is not at all auspicious. Activity in Krishna consciousness is the only auspicious activity, and anyone who voluntarily accepts all bodily discomforts for the sake of making progress on the path of Krishna consciousness can be called a perfect transcendentalist under severe austerity. Some of all the things we are doing is just to help us. We are doing them consciously. Nobody forces us to do this. Bhagwat was studying, waking up early and going to bed pretty late. Nobody is forcing us. Nobody is using cane to stand and flog us to go and do these things. We are voluntarily doing them. That's what makes the difference. When we are captured by mind will force us to do these things. But we have captured ourselves for Krishna, so we are happily doing it. But when Maya captures us, we will be doing that forcefully and we'll be crying. But when we surrender, we will do that joyfully and we're smiling. That's the difference. When we're taking prasad, we're smiling taking prasad voluntarily. But when bitter pill is given to someone out of sickness, then you'll be crying. Because you don't want to do it, but you are doing it. But you want to do it. You want to wake up in the morning, you wake up, your body is tired, you say, you go to bathroom. But if somebody puts you in prison, by that time you are waking up, the prisoners are already up. They will flog them and wake up. Get up. They are doing it, austerity. But they are forced. People in the hospital now, for some people are not sleeping in the hospital. You go now, you see. Gospel words are all open. Like people are coming in and going out, people are crying, they are not sleeping. But we are trying to sleep nicely. Okay, we are not also sleeping now, but what are we doing? We are reading, we are talking about Krishna. That's the difference. Prisoners are not sleeping too. They are not also drivers. See, go outside and see no road drivers hustling for money. They are not sleeping too. They are performing on strikes, but they are not happy about that. But we are happy. That's the difference. So 240 also collaborates this. Have you seen it?
Yes, sir.
It's probably
In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminutions.
and the
And a
little
little
advancement on the path
can
can
protect one from the most dangerous type of fear.
And what is that most dangerous type of fear?
That
Fear of death. Birth and death.
Fear that even taking birth as an animal.
Yes. When you degrade, that's all. Anything can happen at that stage. So this is what happens. So we should endeavor little advancement, little thing we do. Even Hare Krishna, it can save us. You see pure devotees, the pure devotees and the Krishna devotees. Hare Krishna, it can save us. You know who can tell? It's only Krishna that knows the weight of our activity. Krishna can purify the least thing we offer to him to become so great. Krishna can appreciate, just like he did to Sudama Vipra, the Brahmana friend of Krishna. He just came with a morsel of cheap rice. He came, the Krishna, what do you have? Krishna grabbed it.
You should read the purpose.
No, okay, just one line or two lines, yeah, you can read.
Just to emphasize the
Yes, Rabuji. Please read.
Okay, just first paragraph. Material activity in the result end with the body, but work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again to Krishna consciousness after the loss of the body. At least one is sure to have a chance in the next life of being born again as human being, either in the family of great kosher Brahmana or in a rich aristocratic family that will give one further chance for elevation. This is the unique quality of work done in Krishna consciousness.
Very good to see.
So that's degrading to animal life is as far as you take this part.
Yes,
You are
Rabuji.
sure to take that as human being again. That's the most dangerous type of fear is to take birth as an animal, but once, even solely once you come to Hare Krishna, play basis and go, you are sure. Yeah, you don't come again to the temple. But even by pronouncing Krishna alone, you are sure of coming back as a human being. So where you stop this like this class, where you stop, next life you continue from here, there's no degradation. So that's what the test is telling us.
Oh, that's great. That's good. So let's go to the next
41.
Yes, right. 41. Are you too much? Oh, your time is running off. Okay, we had a target to finish this. Maybe when we read only the Sanskrit, we have to finish this 7-6 today.
So what I'm saying now,
The purport is very short.
we are just tomorrow anyhow we complete and continue the 7th chapter. That's why it will go very fast because we don't have to come to hurry up for anything.
Okay, it's all right. So let's do this one now, the last one.
This one.
Pratyamum punya kretam lokam osistwa sasvatem samyaha sushinam swarmamatlamke yoga brasto vijayate.
The unsuccessful, you want to
Yes.
The unsuccessful yogi, after many years of enjoyment on the planets of pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people or into a family of rich
Aristocracy.
aristocracy. So, the unsuccessful yogis are divided into two classes. One is fallen after very little progress, and one is fallen after long practice of yoga. The yogi who fall after a short period of practice goes to the higher planet where the pious living entity are allowed to enter. After prolonged life there, one is sent back again to this planet to take birth in a family of righteous Brahmana Vaishnava or an aristocratic merchant. The real purpose of yoga practice is to achieve the highest perfection of Krishna consciousness as explained in the last verse of this chapter. But those who are not perseverant to such an extent and who fail because of the material allurements are allowed by the grace of the Lord to make a full utilization of their material propensities, and after that they are given opportunity to live a prosperous life in righteous and aristocratic families. Those who are born in such family may take advantage of the facilities and try to elevate themselves to the full Krishna consciousness.
I don't know. So at least
So we are, if whosoever is in Krishna conscious are always in gain position.
Yes. There's no loss of diminution.
So it's like we have to play our game with 100% effort without thinking whether we fail or pass.
Yes.
That's confidence.
Confidence.
So whatever I do, whether you
Even if we fail, we are of Krishna. Even we pass, we are of Krishna.
Yes.
Krishna lets Krishna take care of us.
So it's not speculation. So we are the most successful people on earth.
No, but what I'm saying, we have taken a most successful decision on the earth.
Yeah, of course. And it's in another way, because we have taken the decision, we are the most successful.
Yeah.
Successful when we are able to continue till end probably.
Whether we end there or not, Krishna assures us it is his duty to let us
As part
pass.
of selection, we have done.
It's not easy to make a right choice. So having made the right choice means one is situated
The
nice.
Krishna has created a circumstance
Yes.
and guide us to this. Otherwise, Prabhu, I have seen devotees who reach to a very higher position and then somehow they are diverted and they have started eating what they are not supposed to eat.
Even at that,
There's no loss.
even at
There's
that,
no
there's no loss. Because it's Krishna that planned
But
it.
Prabhu, I have seen Prabhu, whenever somebody want to go from Krishna, Krishna always pulling back.
Yes, that's those who are very endeavor. That's the endeavor. That's what the Maya always drag you. But if Krishna knows that you are very faithful to him, he will bring you back. That's the answer.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Namaste, Namaste, Gaya.
Namaste Narsimhaya. Prahlad Lad Dahi.